So we're here to talk about Santa Claus, and you know what? I think he's real. I once met him once. He was plowing my sister.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Cats with Tin Hats, the only podcast where we talk about Pepsi more than the company itself. We also talk about movies about conspiracies. Welcome to the first episode of Alien Month, where we're going to talk about Alien. You're joined here with Oliver.
Wyatt.
And Tucker.
Let's redo that. Wyatt.
How's she going?
So, sorry. Go on, Oliver. Sorry for Tucker for cutting you off, that guy.
So today we're talking about the hit movie Alien, released in 1979, not 78. Sorry, what? Directed by Ridley Scott, written by Dan O'Bannon, starring Sigourney Weaver, Tom Skerritt, and John Hurt. Also like to note that this film did win the Oscar for Best Visual Effects and nominated for Best Art Direction. And like always, before we go into the spoiler territory for this movie, which you all probably should have seen it by now, general impressions, what do you think? And was this your first time watching it, or do you know how many times you've watched this movie?
It was my first time watching it in full.
Nice.
And it took me probably like 5 hours to watch it in total because I kept on falling asleep. Not because it was boring, it's because, like I told you guys, I woke up at 3 in the morning. And I was like, oh, I'm awake. Let's watch Alien. And then it's like, oh, wait. It's a very quiet movie and, without any good speakers. And I don't want to have it on my, 20 on my TV and then it going loud and then waking up my landlords. So I was like, hey, let's not watch this right now. So then I watched it at like 8, fell back asleep, woke up, and then finished it. Nice. So it was a good movie. It was a little slow for me.
Fair.
I thought, right? It was a little like, the first hour, I get it, like they had to do everything. The first hour was slow, but when, what's in that buddy who had got two guns.
John Hurt?
Yeah. Like, when that happened and then it got good, this for me, it took, again, it went back and forth. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I don't know why I'm talking. It was fun. I thought it was good. Aliens are scary. And, you know what? This proves that males are stupider than females. That's why they all died. Other than fucking...
Can't fucking argue with that.
Other than fucking... I'm going to fuck up... I'm not going to say her name because I always fuck it up, so...
Sigourney Weaver?
Yeah, Sigourney Weaver.
Playing Ripley?
Give it a shot. What are you going to say?
No, because I was going to say her... I was going to try her name. Like, no, I'll let you use her character name. Like, oh, I don't even... It's...
Ripley.
It is Ripley.
I thought, like...
I was going to say Rip Riley, but I mean, that's not right.
Rip Riley.
Yeah,
that's actually a sick name, though.
See, that's either a sick name or it's a porn star.
How's it going? My name is Rip Riley.
But yeah, so she fucking is badass in it, though. Like,
oh, yeah.
You don't fuck with her.
No.
What
about you, Tucker? What are your thoughts about this movie?
It was my first time watching it, and I thought it was really good. Like Wyatt, it was a little slow, but I think it kind of just... I think what the deal was is to get you more connected to the characters. So when all the shit started happening, you kind of felt more connected to them. That's what I was thinking of it, but I know what you mean where it got a little slow, and it's like, all right. But honestly, I thought... Good thing it won the Oscar for art direction, because every time I was... it was like a new surrounding. It was freaking wild. I have written in my notes, matte paintings in this movie are awesome. I'm a huge fan of matte paintings. I'm a huge fan of physical sets. And this movie is just a display of just wicked looking art all around this movie. If it's in sets, if it's in paintings, if it's in miniatures, or if it's just, acting. Art all over this movie is amazing. That's what I think, yeah.
Yeah. For me, I do love this movie. The first time I watched this movie was like 4 years ago, and I watched it after I saw Prometheus. So I kind of got the prequel, then saw this one. But one thing I did take away after watching this film did come out in 1979. Since then, a lot of other movies have stolen tropes from this movie. So everything that happens is gonna feel cliche. Only because everyone else is copying this format. And I think that does have to be taken into account, and I think that is why it feels a bit slow. It's because, again, this was the first real sci-fi thriller. This is the first movie to do, like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre in outer space. And I think that does have to be taken into account if you are watching this for the first time. If it's like rewatching, it's just a fun time. You know when the chest burst is going to happen. You know when certain beats are going to hit out, and you just tune out, tune in, tune out, tune in. It's a great background movie as well as good like Saturday night staying in watching type deal.
I was waiting for Jason X to show up.
You did. You didn't see him?
No.
He was the cat.
I hate that cat.
Honestly, well, that cat killed everybody.
Mr. Jones or whatever.
So now we're getting to the spoiler talk and just talk about the plot of this movie. So is there any glaring things from this film that you want to talk about first, or should we just break it down beat by beat?
Let's break it down beat by beat.
All right. So we start off with the title crawl, and as we talked about in Zodiac, where it was all pre-drawn, again with Alien, you have another very unique title crawl, where it's Alien slowly being spelt out piece by piece, and I think that itself mirrors the pacing of this movie. It's very slow, very long drawn out, and then you find, because it's so, the font is very unique, you only realize it says Alien before it's too late. Same as this movie, you only know what's going to hit you until it's too late.
I didn't even know it's spelled Alien. Granted, I was watching it in the morning, so I wasn't.
At first it looked like Alice, and I'm like, why does it say Alice?
Well, because, Alien, that's the name.
Oh.
If you did the research. Whatever.
We got our top researcher here. Why Philip Belly?
When this movie come out?
Hey, you know what? I said 1978. That's what Disney Plus
I'm going to
said.
check what Disney Plus says on my
I'm
own.
pretty sure. Again, I was watching at 3:30 in the morning.
I think it came out in 63, actually.
But, you know what, guys? I feel attacked. But yeah, no. It's,
okay.
did it say 99?
It says 79.
79?
Yeah.
You know what? A
Alice
9
the-
and an 8 look the same.
Alice the Alien.
True.
Yeah.
It just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Burst onto the scene.
Twice. That's a big... 3 times.
What would happen, right? We're sitting here doing the pod. It's like, what would you do?
Leave. I'm sorry, you're dead. So I'm leaving.
So that's a big fuck you.
Well, no, I would hope the same way with me. If that alien were to burst out of my chest, I would hope you all 4 would leave this apartment.
Vector pops out of my chest.
Oh, I'd just grab Vector and I'd just fucking chuck him on the wall. I'd kill it. I wouldn't let. I'd kill him quickly.
Imagine this.
Beep 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 beep.
Just starts
Well,
flipping
I'd call
everywhere.
911 first, but first I'd film it and post it on YouTube to get some viral clicks.
That's true.
Wow. So you're gonna let your friend die?
Speaking of YouTube, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell down below. What is up? Anyway.
So we get into the Nostromo. And
The ship.
the ship, which is actually an Italian word.
For spaceship.
Close, shipmate. Nostromo is Italian for shipmate. And there was also a storybook. It had multiple volumes about this ship called Nostromo. I didn't go into it. It was like 3 hours before starting this recording. You can look it up if you want. It looked interesting. It's just about like some guys on a ship, stuff like that. So I'm guessing there might be something there, or it's a Simba from Lion King moment. They just named for shipmate. They took it. Deal like that. And then what happens?
The music at the beginning is actually really awesome. The music in this movie is really good. It's freaking. It actually is pretty freaky. It's well done. But then we get to like the Steadicam is used. It's used a lot, or dolly, whatever it is. There's a lot of camera movement in this movie, and this is where like I have it written down where we are flying through the ship.
Yeah,
and it's like, and it happens a couple times in the exact same spot. Like, it's happened, I think it's like 2 or 3 times in this movie where we are looking down the same corridors. We're just flying through the ship, like it's almost like showing us the layout of the ship almost.
Yeah.
Like,
So we kind of can get a layout of the map of where they, like, oh, like, the aliens here. Oh, that's, like, there. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of thing. I thought that was really cool. And
it's also the way it hides behind certain parts of the ship as well to feel like it is something that's looking around. Because, again, with the music, it made me feel like, oh, is this trying to be the alien just, like, scoping out the layout as people are away and just trying to see what's behind here, what's behind here.
Yeah. I think it's such a cool movie in the sense that the moving camera in certain parts of this movie makes you feel like you're in this movie. Like you're sitting there, and I don't know if that was an artistic choice or if it was even in their minds when they were filming it, but it feels like it's almost like you're one of the characters when you're watching like the 3 of them near the end. Sigourney Weaver, Parker, and I think her name's Lambert in the movie. They're walking down the hall,
Lambert.
And like they're the last 3 left, and you're watching the 3 of them walk, and it's like, whoa, it's kind of cool. It almost feels like you're in the ship, and it starts right at that moment for me.
I think it's worth noting when casting this movie, Ridley Scott did look for people he would not have to do as much work with. He was very clear on getting actors in who knew their shit right off the bat. And the sole purpose of that is so we didn't have to spend as much time with them. So we could focus more on how this film would look, the shots, how they would visually work. Which I thought was really interesting. Didn't really think about casting movies. Like,
That'd be cool.
Do you want to work with these people or do you want to work with how this movie will look? And I guess directing, that's also something that you have to really pay attention to as well.
Yeah, for sure. It totally makes sense too. Like because you look at this movie, and like for you guys who've seen it, or if you're gonna go watch it, like I found myself paying more attention to the sets, like to the map paintings. There is a set at the beginning of this movie where his name's Tom Skerritt, right?
Yeah.
He walks in. He looks like Chris Christopherson in this movie, but he walks in. He sits down, and the set is. He's in like talking to the mother, and it's like all lights around.
Oh yeah.
It's just like a cool set that I'm like,
Yeah,
oh.
pretty dope.
Like I know I get it. I'm not the biggest fan of CGI, but I get it. It helps artists form their ideas, and I think it's an awesome tool. It's wicked, and the people who use it are talented. But I still love a practical set like this.
Yeah.
Like there's just something about it, and by no means am I crapping on CGI, because I think it'll always have its place, and the people who use it are talented, and you do have to do hard work with it. But I think just for me, I love the look of an actual set that's been built. You know?
Yeah, I'd just like to point out with this set, there are essentially 2 designing teams. One was like led by Ridley Scott, doing all the spaceships and stuff like that. The other guy, H.R. Giger, I think he pronounced his last name. He's an art director that the writer, Dan O'Bannon met whilst working with Alejandro Jodorowsky, working on his movie Dune, and he was looking at all his artwork, and it was his series called the Necronomicon, his version of the Book of the Dead, and all of that art style is like a hair or 2 difference between that and Alien.
Really?
Like the original Alien design is pretty much in his OG looks from like the start of the 70s.
Holy, okay.
When you look into all his artwork, so it's pretty much cut place into this.
That's pretty cool. I was actually watching a movie with our in studio audience member here last night.
Give it up for Griffin Myers.
I was watching a movie with him. It's called Nightbreed, and it's give it up for Nightbreed.
Never.
It's a movie that takes place in Edmonton.
Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah,
Boo.
No, it takes place in Edmonton, and they talk about Calgary. There's Canadian flags all over the place, but that's the one thing that I realized. It's like I love the look of the old stuff. Like I don't know what it is. If it's I don't know what it is about CGI and what it is about practical stuff. I think for me, the practical stuff, I just know it's real,
Yeah.
maybe. Whereas the CGI, maybe you can sense it's not. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
I think it's when we saw like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood in 70mm. I think it kind of goes to that because all of that film was practical, and when it's shown on film, you can tell it looks practical. But when you go watch a film like Joker or Tenet on 70mm, the special effects are clear as day. Like you can see them because it's not shot on film; it's not real. And I think that does go if you're watching film in its original format. It does really show a difference between how the two do affect a movie.
Yeah, that's true because it's like, I think I'm a sucker for the old format. I always have been, just older movies in general. And then when you throw the practical effects in there, there's just something about it.
Yeah.
It's something like a little heartwarming something in there where it's like, you know what? Some guy literally worked his ass off for fucking 5 hours to create this, to do this.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, and it's smart shit where it's like, you know what? I'm gonna put like fishing line on this and I'm gonna pull it, but it's gonna look like this when I attach it to this, and it's like, holy shit! Like, how did you even think about that? You know what I mean? But yeah,
For the long run, it's also quite a lot cheaper than VFX for the most part, depending if you like what your contracts are doing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I guess VFX saves time for in-house projects and stuff like that. You don't have to worry about the build time and how many shots are you going to get this effect to go off right.
That's true. Did anybody notice how many darts they were hacking in this spaceship?
Oh yeah, that was a lot. Yeah,
I was like, oh my god, it is 79, dude. Just Harry Dean Stanton lighting up a freaking pack of cigarettes every 3 seconds in this movie. It is amazing. He was smoking like a chimney. All of them. It was insane.
That's how the alien got him. They could smell the smoke.
And they're like,
Yeah.
smelling the fingertips.
Yeah.
Like, you smoked that, didn't you?
And that's why the alien killed them all.
You smoked last night. I can smell it on your fingers.
Because this movie actually wasn't about aliens. It was about the harmful effects of smoking.
yeah.
And the alien was cancer. But you guys didn't know that.
No, it's
Alice the cancer. alien.
Alice the cancer alien. So, you know, it only attacked the ones who were heavy smokers. Or who were associated in a close proximity with heavy smokers.
You know what, dude? That is a film theory right there. That is a conspiracy theory, ladies and gentlemen. We will be diving. That's actually a film theory, though.
Hey, well, if you don't, we'll email MattPat from YouTube, and we can do it together.
I think you could
Collab.
easily write a university essay of that being your thesis,
Honestly.
like easily.
Think about it.
So we're on the ship and we find them in their pods.
Very Kubrick.
Yeah,
It's very like 2001: A Space Odyssey.
I haven't seen it.
Neither have I.
Okay.
I've just seen it. Like, I've been watching a couple of YouTube videos. I'm really interested in like Kubrick films. But from what I've seen, man, like there's little pieces of it where I'm like, that looks like a Kubrick set.
Yeah.
Like, even looking at some of his stuff, like I wrote it down. The mise-en-scènes in this movie is absolutely insane. Like, it's just everything's thought of. Like, we were talking about framing, makeup, all that stuff. But yeah, we wake up here. I don't know.
Well, wake up and it's just average day. They all go to work. Because it's basically they're all truckers.
Yeah, right. That's what. Yeah, they weren't like Marines or anything. They were
No, it's just
like,
a cargo ship.
Yeah, cargo. Right. Yeah, they were delivery drivers.
Yeah, just going back home. They're woken up early because they found a distress signal.
Wouldn't that suck? Like, you're have a nice cryo chamber sleep, and then just God fucking damn it, Jerry.
I mean, especially if you're 10 months out.
Yeah, right. It's like, come on.
10 months.
Okay. Also, like, I'm gonna go off topic here for 2 seconds.
All right.
It's about sleeping now. So I just like. I don't care how stupid it sounds. I just recently found out when bears hibernate. Like, I thought they went to bed for like 6-7 months. Like, they got fat and they went to a cave and slept. No, they don't. They can awaken this. I thought they just slumbered for 6 months.
I thought the same thing too. We were talking about this
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah.
You guys, tell us in the comments. Did you think that too? When bears hibernate, we thought that they slept for 6 months.
Yeah. In the wintertime. I don't give a shit how dumb that sounds. But you know what? I thought so. I thought they got nice and fat, and they found a cave, and they just slumbered. Like, and then the bears that, that woke up during the wintertime, I always thought those were the angry bears. Grrr, it's wintertime still. Grrr! So, back to Alien.
We'll give it... Yeah, we've got a minute left on this battery.
So, back to the Alien. Because their cargo... What were they even delivering? I forgot. Did it say?
20 million tons of mineral ore was what they were...
That what they were...
I think it was 20 million tons of mineral ore.
That they were bringing back with them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's 7 people that alien tears through.
Well, 6.
Well, 6.
Well, 5. You count the cat.
Well, then there'd be 8.
Because some people... 8. Yeah, well, some people think cats are like humans. Like how people think dogs are humans. Like, oh my god, my cat. My cat's vegan. Sorry. Off topic.
Does anybody know when this is set? Is it 2037?
Yeah, I think that's the date they went for.
Okay. That's what because I was thinking.
2020. The aliens COVID.
Honestly.
Could be.
Tell me I'm
Should have
wrong.
quarantined, dude.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Should have quarantined.
And she said, remember she was saying, I'm not bringing him in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the beacon.
The SOS beacon.
And this, oh my god, talk about an awesome looking shot. When they come out and it's that horseshoe ship there. Oh my god, that looked awesome.
Yeah.
I fucking loved that.
That's the first bit of Giga's designs that we see, is that ship.
So awesome.
And I guess at this point we can talk about how much sex is in this movie.
Sex. What movie were you watching?
Every single piece of the designs for the alien world is either a penis or a vagina.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah. It's very phallic and I'm not pulling this out of my ass. This is straight from the designer, from what he said. Because
he's designing it off of hammers and wangs and...
Well, hammers and wings, same thing.
yeah.
Like,
Here it is.
tacos and
Tacos and
hot
bananas.
dogs. Yeah, tacos and bananas.
It's very sexual with the imagery, because the birth of this creature comes when John Hurt's walking down that peculiarly designed hallway, which is very silky, slippery. It's meant to be a vagina he's walking into, because it's all filled with eggs.
This is wild. I did not notice this. I'm hearing this first.
Like, I kind of thought the alien's head looks a bit like a penis. But until looking into it, no, all these designs...
Well, we all know the alien's a dickhead.
Yeah. But yeah, all these designs are based off penises, vaginas, and stuff like that.
So,
Dude, I didn't notice that. That is fucking wild.
Even the facehugger, the very... Because I showed you a picture of the very first design. It's essentially a vagina with a tail with long claw-like fingers coming round.
Oh, you got the pictures pulled up.
Yeah, I got some of the
so you
designs.
see right
That's
here.
actually fucking wild. You can see right here the dick.
Are you showing the one like the picture you showed me?
I'm trying to find that specific one.
This is totally wild, man. I never even noticed that, but now you say it.
But
it totally makes sense.
Even the when the alien bursts out of John Hurt's chest, that's a dick. That's straight up a dick.
My dick doesn't look like that.
Fuck, I need to get checked.
Thank God.
Hey, dude. Yeah, that looks familiar. You're with your boys. Guys like, yeah, that looks familiar. You're like, what the fuck did he just say?
Like,
your dick looks like a chest burster, dude.
like this thing, the color for sure is fucking dick color. The alien was this like pasty white, pasty milky white. That was a dick. I could see not a dick. That was the skin color of a white cock.
Come on down to the podcast after dark. Oh my god.
And it's a stupid question here. So that alien that popped out of his chest, that was the same alien throughout the movie, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Fuck, I grew up quick.
Because you see his skin shed.
When he pulled under the...
Yeah, when...
Okay, I figured I just didn't want...
Pink.
I just didn't want to be that guy. I'm like, was there two aliens? Was that the, sun and... Was that the, okay.
Oh,
It's
shit.
a dainty hand with a dick coming out, but that's a vagina.
Yeah.
That's one straight up.
Yeah. There's no doubt.
This is the design that Geiger originally drew before Alien was even in production. This was the cover of the Book of Necronomicon. And it's like, if that doesn't scream
The same.
the exact same that was in the final footage
Yeah.
or the final design.
Honestly. No, like, I never even noticed that at all. Like, that's fucking wild. But, like, it makes sense now that you say it, because even the eggs.
Yeah.
I watched that scene, and right there, for those of you who don't know me, I have a fucking deep fear of deep water. I don't like the ocean that much. I go swimming in the beaches. I fucking hate the ocean.
Isn't
I
beach
fucking
and ocean
hate
same
it.
thing?
Hmm?
Isn't that the same thing? Beach and ocean, usually.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I go to the beach, but I don't fucking like the ocean.
Oh, it's the one in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go to the beach, right? I'm still going in the ocean, but fuck it.
But you're not going like far in.
I hate that shit, dude.
But you gotta
That
do.
terrifies
You gotta
me.
go far in because you go only like if you go like only 3 feet in the ocean, you're only on rocks. You could slip and hurt yourself.
Yeah, you gotta go out a little bit.
You gotta go
more.
get-
You gotta go swimming. Like where we were that one
5
summer.
kilometers.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No. See, here's the problem, guys.
See Loch Ness.
Whoa. These guys.
Or the Ogopogo.
Yeah, we'll go pogo.
Okay.
Be friends with him. Give him a high five. Nice little dolphin fin high five. Little,
Dolphin.
I don't know, whatever they're called.
One of them dolphins.
Some little dolphin. What do they call
Even
it?
dolphin.
No, what do they call it? Isn't it?
Dorsal?
Dorsal fin. Not dolphin fin. Dorsal. See?
Here's the problem, right? I am terrified of any deep sea creature I don't know. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Like, that freaks me out, dude. You can't see anything. You're like, here, you're swimming. You're like, ha 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 ha. Fun with friends.
What's gonna eat you?
Done.
Like what though?
You don't know, man.
Fucking
See this? Space, sea, same vibes. Don't know what's in there. Don't know what
Okay,
can happen.
as
That is the
space-
same vibe. I am telling you, if you agree with me, hit that like button. Throw it in the comments section. Space and the deep sea has the exact same vibes. Dude, you're driving a boat in the middle of the fucking ocean. It's like the same as this ship. The what's it called? The Nostromo? Whatever the fuck
Nostromo.
it is.
The Nostromo.
They're flying in.
Sounds like no homo. That's
Yeah.
why I remembered.
The Nostromo is literally the same as you sitting on like a cargo ship. That's exactly
Yeah,
the vibe.
absolutely.
Because you're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
You can't see anybody. You can't talk to anybody. You pretty much got to hope to God that you're going to get there.
At least if you jump out of the cargo ship, you can still breathe.
Yeah.
It's true.
And like,
But
you know, like you can see like pretty vast around you
Yeah.
because of the water. It's not like all foggy all the time.
what the fuck are you talking about?
In the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
There are times where the waves aren't, you know.
I'm not worried about the waves.
I know what you're saying. Like you can't see.
You can't see the water.
Oh, I don't know why. I thought you were going with like other ships and like what's like out there. Okay, yeah, no, I get it now. I am so far out there.
Okay.
Honestly, I was with you, Wyatt. I was thinking the same as you.
I didn't know. Like I thought you were going like. See, when I think like you can't see what's around you, I think like peripheral, not downwards.
So, here, I'll rephrase. You are going through space as fast as light years, alone, in a ship carrying 20 million tons of mineral ore. That is the same as carrying oil across the world on the ocean because it feels like the same vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know what's down there. You don't know what's around you in space.
Yeah.
And also, there's nobody around you at all.
Yeah.
So it's not like, hey, Wyatt, hey, what's going on, man? Listen,
Yeah,
can you
so-
help me out?
yeah,
I fucking
absolutely.
found some weird shit over
yeah,
here.
no problem, man.
No, it's, hey, I found some fucking weird shit over here. I got to deal with it or die. Two choices. Oh, hey, by the way, can I get some help out here? Thanks, boys. They're like, oh, yeah, you know what? We'll be out there in 25 years. All right, peace.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And then fucking the Megalodon comes out.
Hey, fair enough, man.
Isn't the tagline for Alien something like "In space, no one can hear you scream"?
I think so.
Yeah.
No idea.
In the water, no one can hear you scream.
You can't scream in the water.
Yeah, you can.
Try again.
It just comes out like a mumble.
No. I can want water and scream.
You sound like a fucking Muppet, but.
No.
Do you get what I'm saying, though? Like, does it make sense?
Yeah, it
Do
makes
I sound
sense.
like an idiot?
It makes sense.
No, I got it. That's where you're coming from.
Well.
You just sound like a bad kid.
Or are you telling me, right? This is a deep problem I have with this movie. Have you seen these before?
Aliens?
Everybody's walking around like they've seen them. Fucking Chris Christopherson and his buddy are in there. Oh yeah, let's just cut this bitch up.
You never know.
That's what scientists do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so much like, don't fuck with it. Don't touch it.
Yeah.
It's enough that I'm like,
How do you learn?
you don't.
But you
say
want-
fuck it. You say fuck it, dude. I'm on the shuttle already. As soon as that guy's got a face hugger on, I'm like, all right, peace. See you guys when we get back. All right, I'm out.
Like, if I'm being honest, if I was wearing a space suit, which is very similar to a hazmat suit, and I saw a bunch of just like plant-looking things on a distant planet, I'd be like, oh yeah.
No. I'm talking about when they get back. They're wearing
Yeah.
clear masks and
The normal doctor.
surgical.
Yeah. Scraps.
Yeah, nothing
And
on the face, just the mask.
And they're just wearing underwear. Underneath the scrubs, it's just underwear.
And it's like, that's a thing we don't know,
Yeah.
right?
No, fair enough.
That's a little bit, for me, I'm like,
And then one incision, acid, right away.
Again, but you wouldn't know, right? So you got to test.
Yeah.
Science.
It's better to know
Than not know.
than to not know.
Right?
see, and this is how,
But I would also...
shit happens.
I would also argue you got the lives of 6 other people you have to take care of. You got an unknown entity coming in.
Yeah. It's actually want to
So
know.
what should have happened, 24-hour quarantine, like they said in the movie,
Yep.
and none of this shit would have happened.
Yeah.
But who did it? But the fucking Ash Ketchum trying to catch
Bilbo
them all,
Baggins.
Try to catch them all.
Bilbo Baggins.
And he dies.
And he
Well,
his circuits get fried.
yeah.
Yeah. He gets turned off.
See,
Yeah.
I think here's the problem with me. I can't handle birds. I can't handle fucking reptilians of any kind.
Respect there, fuck reptilians.
What the fuck am I doing cutting a hand in space? Right?
But,
That's so fucking far for me.
yeah, no, fair enough. I am.
They're like, hey, how's it going? By the way, I found this fucking snake in the backyard. You want to cut it up?
No.
Okay.
See, that's different.
Hold off.
That's different.
It's a little serial killer right there.
Yeah, that's
You're like,
that's
okay.
that's a little fucking Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy-ish. Back to
Alien.
back to the original Alien.
So-
Take it away.
Have fun.
Alright, so kind of to tie in your fear of the ocean, your fear of snakes, everything like that, one thing that is interesting is the pop culture view on aliens. Because have you realized that every single depiction of an alien is reptilian?
Not Paul.
Paul's reptilian. The eyes.
Yeah,
The eyes and the slivery
that's a
skin.
little racist.
Hey, Vector. Quiet time. Fuck you, Vector.
But the main reason why... Hi, Griff.
Nope,
Take
not every
Vector.
alien.
Can you take Vector?
Which one?
Scooby-Doo, Alien Invaders.
Those are definitely reptiles.
No,
Have you seen them?
not for a long. No, it looks like a chicken or dog. I haven't seen it.
Have you seen them?
Not
Have you
for-
seen
Made out of water.
Yeah, not reptilians. They're more like fish. Like, okay, that looks like a reptilian, but this doesn't.
That's actually kind of cool.
Which she does. Like, this doesn't look like a reptilian. That looks like a jellyfish. So I'm kind of happy, right?
So
So
for the most part, what the reason why most aliens look like reptiles is because, well, in the wild, an ape's natural predator is reptilian. So looking at an evolutionary standpoint, humans' natural predator would be reptilian aliens.
That's true.
So that's where that design has come from.
not right. Jones thinks reptiles are among us.
Yeah, that's why we have the whole conspiracy theory about lizard people and stuff like that. Is again, the predator for humans would be some reptilian-looking creature because that is our natural predator.
See, that's why I'm afraid of snakes. It's just like a
Yeah.
Hey.
And
Primal instinct.
and again in Alien, same reptilian design,
Yeah.
half snake, half penis head. Very scaly looking, sheds its skin.
Yeah.
Shares a lot of common tropes with it.
That makes total sense now that you say it. Oh man. It's kind of freaky, bro. Like, you think about it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
When you realize that we are in the universe with the vast universe with 1,000 million, bajillion, cajillion, infinity, ever expanding stars.
Yeah.
That's kind of fucking terrifying, is it not? That's what I mean by like science. We want to know everything, but the problem is some shit we just will never know.
No.
We just will never grasp.
Yeah.
Like, what do they say? You can't even grasp, like, what do they say? You can't grasp 100 people?
Yeah.
Or something like that?
Well,
in your mind?
even the theory of infinity, humans can't grasp.
No.
Because in life, everything has a natural end. Whenever we talk about stuff like religion or something like that, Ragnarok had an end. Even though they're supposed to be immortal gods. The Christian Bible has an end. Everything needs to an end. We can't comprehend the idea of infinity because, again, everything in life ends.
Have you heard they just came out that they know the way to bend time? The CIA just came out. It was a Vice article. So it's Vice article. It's not. I don't know who to know about, but apparently it's certain frequencies to align the left and right parts of your brain. Have you heard that? There was an article on it.
I guess it makes sense if we're... Is it talking legit time warping or is it perception of time?
I don't know for sure.
Because if we talk about perception of time, that 100% makes sense because we do have times where, like, exams, they drag. Movies, time speeds up. It's very... the passage of time is very subjective depending on which mood you're in. And that I could easily see that being one of the cases.
Well, I was looking in Nikola Tesla and a lot of his beliefs, and they believe that the universe is like frequencies. You're gliding. The universe is one set frequency, and I think Tesla said if the weird thing that you need to look into is 369. That's what he said, and I forget what it is, man. And it's a lot of fucking TikToks on it, and it's a lot of fucking whatevers. So who the fuck knows? Who knows? But Nikola Tesla, I don't know, man. He apparently found, speaking of aliens, apparently he had caught radio broadcasts from a alien spaceship that they got pictures of in the 30s.
Really?
Something like that, yeah. The picture of like this thing in the sky above Earth, they took a picture of it. It's orbiting around still. They don't know what it is. If it's an ancient spaceship or fucking... They don't know. But anyway, let's carry on.
So, yeah. Before we leave the topic of time travel, I did have a thought. I'm just going to say it, end it here because it's been on my mind. The only date that people could travel in time to without leaving an impact would be the Egyptian, Greek, and Roman period. Or the ancient Greek. Because when the Roman Empire fell, so did every single document they had except for ones featuring reference to a single god. So if people were to time travel, that would be the prime spot because there'd be no record of it. Anyway, back to Alien. I'd say we quickly rush through this and we talk about the whole, are there other creatures out there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So we got to chest bursting, the whole look of the aliens itself.
There's like attention to detail in that part when actually, like, so back to the facehugger, there's little details about like the breath out of the helmets, and there's like that big ass skeleton there. Remember that?
Yeah.
And it's like zooms into the eyes, and you're waiting for its eyes to open, and then it snap cuts to Ripley's eyes opening. I just wanted to say that was a fucking wild shot. But anyway, back to the chest burster.
A fun fact about that scene, very common fact you probably already know at home, they didn't warn the cast what exactly was going to happen. They gave the cast a quick walkthrough, but they never did the full test of the chest bursting with the cast around because they wanted genuine reactions when it came through. Also, another fun fact, the first time they tried to get the alien to pop out through the chest, they fucked up because material on John Hurt's t-shirt was too thick and it couldn't break through. So they had to keep testing out, weakening the shirt before they could get a full pump through the alien.
Really?
Yeah, there's some video here. If I have time to edit in the video, I'll post it up here. But you can see just alien head going, and then stopping, then coming back down, and it can't really punch through.
That's pretty cool.
Talk about sexual imagery in this film. Just can't punch through.
No. Dude, it's insane. When we get into the autopsy and they say it has acid for blood, all I could think of is just like the most wild dude. Like, yo, what's up, man?
Party.
Oh my god, dude, I'm an alien. I'm an alien, dude. I got fucking whoa. Sorry, and I drew a little doodle of a guy going, wow.
I like to doodle.
Thank you. I worked hard.
Owen Wilson.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, but God, no masks or anything. And then as soon as they put him into whatever they have him in, they just take the masks off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take your mask off now.
It's 32. Good. 2032 or 31
I get
or
37.
37. Sorry, I was wrong again. I don't do my homework, folks. I'm just a pretty face.
Whoa, he's the
Pretty
bad
face.
boy.
Yeah, you know.
He's a bad guy.
And that's enough because we don't want to get copyright.
True.
And then, pretty much, like, after that, I guess, the part what I really was impressed with the chest burster part, is it cuts to them, so, like, the chest burster pops out, and I think of it as, like, trying to re-pierce your own ear. Like, that is excruciating, let alone fucking alien popping out of your chest. But anyway, chest burster pops out, kills them, and then you hear them. They're like, it's wild. You go back to that shot that I was talking about at the beginning, where you're going around and you can hear them, but you can't see them. It's just such a really cool shot. You're just hearing the voices, and it makes you like how big the ship is.
Yeah.
Like, just how big it is that you can hear it, and like it almost feels when they're like, so when it pops out and it runs, you can hear their voices and you can hear how big it is, and it just makes it feel hopeless that they're gonna find this thing. Like right there, it just feels hopeless that they would ever find it. And then fucking our buddy there, what's his name? Buddy with the chest burster just gets yeeted into space. He just gets fucking chucked.
Only way to bury him. Don't know what else is in the body.
All right.
Open the air duct.
See you later, bud. Smell ya.
Sucks to suck.
And I say from that point on, that's when the horror movie starts.
Honestly, yeah.
Sorry. Watching, just looked up stats for a Hawk again.
Oh, okay.
Got destroyed by Toronto again.
Damn.
6-1.
Let's go.
Wow, really?
Yeah, we fucking suck. Third game in a row. Dude, we lost. But we scored this time, so that's good.
1.
Hey, it's alright.
That's right.
It's alright. I completely ruined your guys'
So, the one thing that I really noticed with this movie is the beginning is an ensemble movie.
Yeah.
Like, it really is an ensemble movie. It's not a you're not following Sigourney Weaver through this movie.
No one takes a focus.
No.
It's very much shared
Yeah, it's
screen
really
time with it.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's amazing. And then when we get to, more of an ensemble, but I notice it when they're walking through, and, like, the lighting in this movie is completely weird. And it goes for sound, too, with this movie that I've noticed. The less you show, they didn't light a lot of it. But
No.
the light they did use was wild. Like, when they're looking for they have like this light. It's a perfect shot where they're on the inside, and you can see this light beam inside of the room, and then it opens, and it's like just a pool of light coming in, and then like Sigourney, and I think I forget who else is with her, but they're in and they're walking in, and it's just like a big beam of light coming in, and then it's dark. Like I think it's really, really cool how it was like the lights are enough to see the face, but you can't see a lot in the background.
Yeah.
And it's even with the sound too, how we were saying it's a quiet movie.
Yeah.
It's almost like I like the fact that it's quiet because the silence speaks so much. It's the silence in this movie is deafening. Like,
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Also, one thing with the sound design as well, when the alien isn't shown and it's... Because whenever the alien is shown, that's when the score picks up. But whenever the alien isn't there, the score is a heartbeat.
Yeah.
That's just constantly going. Chest bursting scene, no music, just heartbeat. Anything ramping up is always heartbeat. Constantly going through. Which is kind of a cheat code to get everyone else's adrenaline racing. And I guess this is where everybody gets picked off one by one.
Yeah.
Starting with, Brett first, because he goes to find the fucking cat.
All I'm gonna say is, dude's shirt was fucking fire.
Honestly, and his whole fit was kind of
Honestly.
nasty.
He was a fucking, like I don't know about you guys, but like, he was a sweaty man. Like, his face was shiny.
Well,
Fucking Harry Dean Stanton.
But you know what's right, though? Yeah, fucking gets killed it. Because the cat. And the guy was just staring, like, yes, die.
yeah. Didn't do anything about it.
I said stellar cat acting. That was
You know what, though? Low key, when we started walking backwards, like, you know what, man? Like, either someone was, like, holding the cat and making him walk backwards, still fucking.
Had the look.
Yeah.
Good job, cats. Good job, fucking Jonesy the cat.
You know what? There should be a little piece in the Oscars, right? Like best
cat.
like
Best animal.
best
performance.
animal actor.
Yeah, and then that cat would have won that year because I don't know if there was any other animal movies or movies with animals in it. 79.
When did Babe come out?
Like, I think 90. It was, maybe late 80s. I think. Well, it should be 70 fucking 9, but I want to say Babe came out like 91.
95.
92.
Hey, I was close.
1995.
No, I was close.
Well,
Let's go for the boys.
how do you spell Charlotte?
Shark.
What else? Beethoven?
That was the 90s too, I think.
Yeah, so then second death is Tom Skerritt, Dallas, when he goes to try and find this thing and kill it 101. Stupidest decision in
But
this movie.
also ballsiest.
Yeah, ballsiest. But part of me also thinks is he just wants out.
Yeah, that's how it... Fair enough, you know what? You know,
Like, two birds, one stone. If I kill it, I'm a hero. If I'm dead, don't have to deal with it.
Question. We were talking about a lot of the sexual innuendos in
movies?
in this movie. The doors that they're going through close like this. Is that a butthole?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Is that a butthole?
I think it's just a space door. I didn't think of anything sexual.
I would say just because that wasn't...
Neither did I until it came to me.
I would say because that wasn't designed by Giga, I would say probably not. But it's... Honestly, it's open for it.
I'm throwing it out there.
Yeah, yeah, honestly, throw it out because you might be right.
Hey?
Who knows, right?
Honestly.
The third person to die is
Ash,
yes.
Ian Holm, after he does the weirdest choke gag to Sigourney Weaver by rolling up a newspaper and trying to hammer it in, even though you can clearly see it's not in her mouth.
It was the weirdest part of this movie. The weirdest part. I was like,
79.
what the fuck is coming out of his mouth? Like, what the fuck is coming out of his mouth? And what the fuck is he doing with the newspaper? Or the fucking magazine? It's the weirdest part for me.
Fair enough.
I don't get it.
Hey, you know what? I don't think anyone was supposed to get it.
Because like, if you do roll up a newspaper, put it in the mouth, hammer it down, you can kill him because that can damage your septum. But at least show it in the mouth.
Yeah.
Would be my thing. I get health and safety. But if Tarantino can almost kill Uma Thurman, I mean, what?
I couldn't believe. I thought there was something up with him. Like he had like some sort of alien in him, and he was gonna like puke down it, and she was gonna get alien shit. I didn't know, but
Turned out to be a robot.
yeah,
Turned out the prime directive was to take alien life back home at all costs for research.
weird.
Yeah, and then we have the last two deaths of this film, Lambert and Parker.
See, here's the thing. There's a lot of fucking trust thrown around this little part of the movie. Parker and Lambert just walk off, and Sigourney Weaver's standing there like, hey, guess what, guys? Don't worry about it. I'll set up the shuttle. Hey, I won't fly out of this place. You know what? Say fuck it. You guys are done. Trust me.
Yeah.
They just walk off.
Well, to be fair, she could have been doing that until she had the cat.
Fucking cat, dude. Actually, the cat's the hero, right? Tries to help out the other people, but
At the end.
the fucking cat
First, the cat's like,
a dick.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm gonna kill you both. Don't think that's what the cat did, but the dramatic effect, let's say it did.
Fair enough, dude.
And then it ends for part 2. That's when I've seen, I think, more than... I think I've seen Alien, the second one.
Yeah, I haven't seen Aliens yet, but that's more of like an action movie. From what
Yeah,
I've
that's
heard.
more of like away from it being a horror. Like,
Yeah.
where's the alien at? I remember fucking the mech suit and then, oh yeah, let's go.
Because I've got some notes about the making of this movie. Because one of the where is it? Yeah, Ridley Scott's what he really wanted to make was Texas Chainsaw Massacre in outer space. All of his producers and that would show him different sci-fi movies and stuff like that. It's like, not interested. I want to make Texas Chainsaw. That's all he wanted. And I think he did succeed.
Yeah, you know what? He did a pretty good job. you did.
Honestly, you know what?
He did phenomenal.
He did it was a fucking
Yeah.
almost the same.
I can see why it's people's favorite movie. Like
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
totally see why people sink thousands of dollars into statues of this. Like I was watching a YouTube video. A guy spent like fucking. It had to be a cool $50,000 on just statues from this movie.
I'd honestly love a Xenomorph statue.
Yeah,
They are the coolest monster,
Yeah.
honestly.
like creature, whatever you want to call
They
it.
look pretty cool. Like
Honestly.
I'm pretty sure that they're the coolest version of an alien I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think, unless I'm forgetting aliens, but I mean they're up there, if not.
I think they're
top.
the ones. I can't think of any other one. Like,
I mean, it's a famous look for the alien. I mean, the only thing that really beats it is the gray, like the low fucking gray dude.
yeah, that's right.
That's the only one that would probably beat it in my eyes, unless I'm missing something.
I don't know. I don't know many alien movies other than Alien.
Or E.T. E.T.'s probably
Yeah, E.T.'s up there.
E.T.'s with it
Yeah,
for sure.
I still think Predator wins. I mean, not Predator, Alien wins because of how terrifying it looks.
Yeah.
I think they're in the same league. I think they're in the
Fair
same
enough.
league. Like, because if you talk about aliens,
E.T.
they're
is
both probably
Yeah,
brought up.
for
You
sure.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you think, but then you're like, oh, E.T.
Right.
You know, like, oh, E.T.
Yeah,
he's a
right.
cool dude. And then it's like Xenomorph's like, yo, fuck that asshole.
Yeah, I think E.T. is more for like the wholesome people,
Yeah.
while the Xenomorphs are for like the sci-fi pants.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
very like sci-fi-ish
Mm-hmm.
guys who like Star Wars and Star Trek and stuff like that. Kind of guys who want that, and then E.T.'s for like the people who are like, yeah, like aliens are cool.
Yeah.
So, more fun facts about this. This was Dan O'Bannon's second time writing an alien movie after his student film, which then turned into a feature release, Dark Star, that he made with John Carpenter. After that came out, it wasn't a big hit because it was a comedy, similar kind of plot, but it was just like there for laughs. But he really wanted to make something terrifying, something scary. So that's when he started working on this. Met up with a producer, and then who actually came to talk to him because he liked his work, And at the same time as working on the concept for Alien, they were working on the concept for Total Recall. Even though Total Recall came out 11 years after Alien did. But I think they were just waiting for the technology to catch up for what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
But just before they started fully working on Alien, Dan O'Bannon was working on Alejandro Jodorowsky's Dune, which then failed miserably, never got off the ground. He did make a whole documentary about it. If you want to go check it out, I recommend it. It's a really interesting watch. Then after that, came back to the US, was essentially homeless, sleeping on this guy's couch whilst they were just working on the film. And then Fox picked it up. Didn't know quite what to do with it. They weren't the biggest fans of it. Then Star Wars came out.
Oh, yeah.
And they wanted to ride that train.
Yeah, they wanted to ride that train. As soon as that came out, that changed the game. It was like, okay, we're fast-tracking this. Do everything you want. Then some shady shit happened on Fox's side because they got guys in to rewrite the entire script.
Oh, shit.
And what they did was... there was a lot of changes they made, which they were fine with, because I think the major thing that stayed was the chest bursting and stuff like that. The start of the first 27 pages of the film were exactly the same to the first concept of the film. But they changed all the characters' names, and with that, they thought that was right enough to then say that they were the writers of this movie. When Dan O'Bannon went in for a meeting, he saw the script lying there with it's saying written by so and so, based on the works by Dan O'Bannon. He goes, what the fuck is this? Well, you weren't supposed to see that. Whoops.
Yeah.
And then it was a bit of a to and fro from that for a bit until it goes, no, it's written by him. Then we have Ridley Scott joining on, and that was the biggest game changer for this movie. No actor wanted to touch this movie. They didn't know what to really think about it. Again, sci-fi wasn't a big thing. No one liked sci-fi. Star Wars was the main exception, but it was like, you want your horrors, you want your westerns, you want your gangsters, you want your romance, you want your comedies. No one wants sci-fi. Ridley Scott comes on board, and he starts talking to people, and that's when people get interested. Even...
it's more of like a B movie, right? Like your sci-fi B movie.
Yeah.
Until this.
Yeah, because that's what... Because the original plan was to have a small-budget horror movie. Mm-hmm. That was the original plan for this movie. Ridley Scott comes on board and goes, no, we want a B movie, but raise it up to AAA.
Yeah.
We want to do everything we can with it. And that's when he would talk to guys like Harry Dean Stanton, who were given the script, rejected it. Ridley Scott came on board. And he even goes to him and goes, I'm not the biggest fan of sci-fi movies. Ridley Scott, you know what? Neither am I. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's make the movie for us that we'd enjoy.
That's so cool.
And
that's actually pretty dope. Because when I was watching it, like you said, Star Wars, when the ship flies over the camera and all that shit, I was like, fuck, this is a Star Wars shot. Yeah. It's hands down.
It's also one of the hardest visual effects to get at that point. Because I think the term is rotoscoping, what they did. I might be wrong.
Rotoscoping.
But what they had to do is they'd have to film 3 different plates to lay on top of each other. One was a model ship going. They'd reset everything at the exact same speed. One of a cutout of the ship going back to the same spot, and then one of just a blue screen going. They'd have to stitch all 3 of those together with the backdrop in there, and that was how they would create shots like that.
If I'm thinking the same thing, it was like a big thing for illustrator. He was like a guy who made a bunch of movies, Ralph Bakshi. He did a lot of rotoscoping. Like, he did Lord of the Rings as like a cartoon. He was a cartoonist.
Yeah.
And he did Lord of the Rings, and I think he did a lot of rotoscoping for that. If we're thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a couple more notes for the making of this movie. Alright, so the original characters, all written as men.
Really?
It was a full 7 male crew, because again, it's a trucker vibe, doing stuff like that. Later down the line, when you read the script for the cast, where it's like Ripley, Dallas, Lambert, yada yada yada, I've got what it said down here at the very bottom. It goes, the crew is unisex and all parts are interchangeable for men and women. So they just opened up the entire casting. However, Ripley was never envisioned as a woman.
Really?
Ripley was always seen as a male character. Until Ridley Scott and a couple of other executives got together. It was like, you know what? Let's make Ripley as a woman because we haven't really seen a female lead in the sci-fi.
That's pretty cool.
Let's make this unique. If we're going to make something special, let's make it special. Let's do this.
Something that isn't the norm at the time.
Yeah. And Sigourney Weaver, she was 45 minutes late to her audition in New York because she showed up at the wrong hotel.
Oh, wow.
Showed up at the wrong hotel, called her agent and goes, you know what? I'm not going to make it there on time. I'm going to be super late. I just won't do it. Agent's like, just go for the audition. Just go in there. I don't like the scripts and whatever. Like, no one was too keen on the script. And it was like, you know, I just don't. Because go to the audition, just see what happens. Shows up 45 minutes late, walks in. As soon as she walks in, Ridley Scott's just like, yeah, that's Ripley.
Jeez.
Wow.
Even when she was reading for the role and there was all that nervous energy there, it's like, yeah, you could just see past that, see through to the actor. There was still a bit of anxiety because this is her first feature film. That's Ripley.
This is her first one.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. Like 4 minutes, like, I don't want to do this. Adrian, no, just go see what happens. You never know. And then walk in the door. That's her.
Yeah.
Goes to show you out there, don't give up. Don't give
honestly.
up just when you think that you're...
It's the worst thing that could ever happen. Like, everything fucking just falls apart and you're like, oh my god. That's when you get the call.
Yeah. If you're going through hell, keep going.
Yeah. If you fall down, get up and keep walking. That's it.
Keep on pushing.
Because even Veronica Cartwright, who played Lambert, she originally auditioned for the role of Ripley. Did screen test for Ripley. Didn't get it. Got called back. Went for another audition. Her agent goes, yeah, so that Alien movie, yeah, you got Ripley. So she's excited, ready to do it. Gets a call from costuming going, yeah, you're coming in for costuming for Lambert. No, I'm Ripley. No, we already cast Ripley. You're coming in for Lambert.
Oh, that sucks. That sucks.
My God.
Calls the agent. What's going on? Oh, I thought you were Ripley. I guess you got Lambert. Reads through the script, and she originally didn't like the role. Because, again, when you're watching it, she's crying a lot. She's hysterical a lot of the time. And then Ridley Scott goes, yeah, you might read it that way, but also what your character is a driving force for the audience. Mm-hmm. You are what we want the audience to be feeling. And that's your character's purpose, is you're trying to drive that emotion through.
Yeah, you're connecting with the audience.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a good sell. It's a good sell by fucking Ridley.
Yeah. And John Hurt also wasn't supposed to be in this movie. He originally auditioned for the role, couldn't do it due to scheduling conflicts because he was filming in South Africa. Then they hired another guy. He became sick on day one. He's diabetic.
Okay.
Didn't know. Couldn't do it because he had to sort all that out. Ridley Scott then talks to John Hurt. John Hurt's still like on the fence about it. It sounded like everyone on this movie was fucking on the fence. They didn't want to do it until they did it. And it's one of the most successful movies in history.
Yeah.
But even John Hurt and Ridley Scott were talking for hours on the phone. And eventually, John Hurt's like, all right, so when are we filming? Tomorrow, we're filming, I guess it would be today at 7. Goes, all right, send the car, I'll be at the studio.
What a stud. What a stud, eh? All right, send the car around. Bam. Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? All right, let's make a fucking movie. Are you serious? Oh my god, what a goddamn stud.
Yeah.
I'm not so keen on this movie. No, let's think about it, man. It's blah blah blah. You know what? It sounds pretty good. When are you filming? Well, in like 2 hours. Fuck it. You know what? Bring the car.
Tell 20th century they need a freaking car here in 20 minutes. Or I'm leaving. Sitting there. It's 1979. He's sitting with one of those fucking old phones, right? The
rotary.
The rotaries.
Oh, the old fucking phone. He's sitting there. He's going like this. Will you tell him tell him to send a car. Maybe we'll get it done. You know he's sitting there hacking dart with like a specialized table for that ashtray, and he's sitting there with that old, and it's like that old teal. It's like this light, and it's that color, and he's sitting there, and he's going, "Fuck, here we go." Click.
I wonder if he tried to bluff. God, they won't call my bluff. I wonder if he's bullshit guy. And then he's in the shower. Then baby, what? Your car's ready. Fuck. It's like, okay, you know what? All right, give me 2 minutes.
Imagine being wanted that bad. All three of us are actors. Imagine this struggle of like, fuck, man. I hope they like my audition. I hope they like me. Imagine. Hey, how's it going? Hey, Oliver, you're gonna be in the next biggest thing, and you're sitting there going, fuck, guys, I don't know if I want to do this shit. Maybe. I guess it's different. It's different places in the business.
Because that kind of happened with Mark Ruffalo as well for the Hulk. Kind of reversed though, because Kevin Feige called him out and goes, "Yeah, we want you for the Hulk." So we got a couple people in mind. We'll let you know. Goes, okay. Mark Ruffalo has no idea what's going on. His agent calls him and goes, "Yeah, so they're still thinking of you for the Hulk. They'll be announcing you for the Avengers at San Diego Comic-Con. If they want you at 6 a.m., there'll be a car outside your door to take you to the airport." He's like, "What?" Because, yeah, that's what happens. If a car doesn't show up, you didn't get it.
How pissed are you at 6 a.m. when the car doesn't show up? Hey, I just got ready. I'm Mark Ruffalo. By the way, Ruffalo, what's up? Get on the pod. You're sitting there. You got your hair done. You're like, shit, I got my hair cut. I washed everything up. I'm fucking... Nothing. You're standing out there waiting, and you're like this. Maybe there's traffic. It's like, dude, not a fucking chance. Traffic doesn't mean anything to Marvel. You're like, how pissed?
Oh, fucking...
How fucking sad and pissed.
Yeah.
Because I think he also went out to check the car knowing it wasn't there, is what he was saying. Because he knew, in his head, he was like, I know that car's not coming. So I'm just going to get up, for that 1% chance. It's not going to come. I'll be fine.
Right? Because you're pissed. But then when that car... Imagine you're out there, you're waiting. It's like, fuck. It's 30 minutes late. Fucking Sigourney Weaver's the driver. Opens up the door. It's like, sorry, wrong fucking house. 45 minutes late. Let's go, baby. What up? What is up?
Honestly,
You're the new Hulk.
That would be just...
I don't know why Sigourney Weaver's the taxi driver.
I was going to ask, why is she? But, hey, fair enough.
I was just trying to tie it into 45 minutes late.
It's all good. Honestly, that would... Yeah, waking up. It's not going to be there. Open the door. But it's not for me. It's like, oh, Mark Ruffalo. Yeah? Yeah, we're here for you. And it's drinking coffee. It's like, break. Coffee cup. It's like...
Okay, so last fact I have about the making of this movie... right after Sigourney Weaver went in for audition and they were like, yeah, we want you, the test shoots they did was all on set.
Isn't that a kick in the pants?
Why?
I don't know. It's like, hey. I don't know. I'm trying to contribute.
I mean, it'll be intimidating for sure. Because apparently what they did was just a full walkthrough of the film. Was your test shot.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, it was before everything was fully built, but they had the basic structure of everything there.
Oh, so they can, yeah.
How cool would that be? How cool would it be to be one of the people that were in the talks?
Yeah.
Cool
it would suck, but it'd be like, holy fuck, I was on the set of Alien.
It's like, okay, Grandma, sure you were. I was. It's like, Grandma, why are you smoking goddamn, I don't know, the fucking Cruella de Vil?
Yeah, why do you have a Cruella de Vil tip on your cigarettes? You're like,
well,
man. I was in the picture.
Grandma, why are you talking you're from, the 30s? Because I was, babe. Why call me babe? Ew. Grandma,
no, that's gross.
It wasn't... It wasn't me who got... She's just fucking Norma Desmond all of a sudden.
It wasn't me. It was that bitch.
It wasn't me. It was the pictures who got smaller. It's
The pictures got swallowed, not you, Grandma. Grandma, I think you had having one too many smokes.
It's like, what the fuck are you doing, Grandma? And you're like,
It's my interpretive dance. I learned it from
you never saw those.
pictures, movie things.
Wait for my
I
clothes
was
up.
I was in the silent pictures. Those were harder to act in. All you actors now. Oh, shitty. Because you guys have to speak. I had to speak with my
I had to speak with my language.
I had to speak with my eyes and my body. Grandma, that's called stripping. You psychotic. Ew, Grandma. Why ew? Why are you talking about stripping, Grandma? I wasn't a stripper. I was a showgirl. Same thing, Grandma.
I wasn't a stripper. I worked at the gentleman's club.
So you were a stripper, Grandma.
For gentlemen. Don't leave out the gentleman.
The gentleman.
But anyways, back to the.
I was in a movie once, Grandma. What movie were you in?
I was in Debbie Does Dallas. I played Dallas.
Have you ever seen Boogie Nights? I was Julianne Moore's body double.
I was actually I was in that movie. I played Mark's cack.
You played who?
Mark's cack.
I'm going in for a wardrobe fitting for Mark Wahlberg's
Cack.
Hey, how's it going? I'm going in for
Hey, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Hey, so we got this great role for you.
what is it?
You're playing a character. You're Marky Mark.
So
You're playing his
what, his buddy, his friend, his
yeah,
pal?
yeah, all three. His let's say his best friend, his little buddy. Oh, in this case, his big buddy.
Yeah.
And we need you.
I don't know. I read the script before. I
Think about
can't
it.
play that role. I don't know how to make the margaritas.
No. Sorry, no. I think you're thinking the wrong character. You're playing Mark Wahlberg's his one-eyed snake.
I'm not following yet.
You're playing his Willie.
What's that?
It's his very large penis.
Get the car up front. 20 minutes we're making this movie.
And on that note, we're finished with the movie Alien. Let's get into the conspiracy. Are aliens really there? Are we alone in the universe? Tucker, take it away.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of people who aren't skeptics about this. I mean, like we were talking about earlier in this talk. I mean, the universe is ever expanding. There's millions and millions and millions of light years and galaxies and whatever the hell else you can think of in space. And a lot of people, the famous slogan is, you got to be stupid to think that we're alone in the universe. Yeah, and it's scattered all over pop culture. It's everywhere. Big Trouble in Little China. Friggin', you got to be some... think we're all alone in this universe. But anyway, I mean, there's been multiple sightings of UFOs and talks of being sucked up and whatever it is. But there has recently been, a couple videos released from the Pentagon, them stating that, hey, we don't know what the hell these things are. We can't tell you. And I think it's 3 videos, but the one that this guy's talking about, I don't know if it's one of the 3 or not, but his name's David Favor. He is so he was flying November 14th, 2004. It was a clear blue sky. There was no wind, and there was a little tic-tac randomly moving around. There was no evidence of propulsion, jets, nothing. He just saw it, and it was moving around sporadically. So he's like, oh, what the hell? So they followed it, and they went back down, and the government told them, oh yeah, we've tracked 10 of these in 2 weeks. They go up to 80,000 feet. They drop and hover at 20,000 feet for 3 hours, and then they go back up. They tracked 10 of them.
Shit.
This was in 2004, right?
Oh, wow.
So he's like, he did a Joe Rogan interview a while back, and he's like, the first thing that he wanted to do was fly it. He's like, oh, I want to fly that thing, right? True pilot. He's like, I've never seen anything like it. I want to fly this thing.
Yeah.
But he is not like, you listen to him talk. He's like, I'm not going to tell you that there's, little green men and all that stuff. He's like, I don't know anything about that, but all I know is that little Tic Tac there, that was nothing like we've ever created. I can't tell you anything, but as far as I'm concerned, that didn't come from Earth.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's tons of these stories. There's tons of them. You can pretty much search it up on Google and you can find just all these stories. But I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if we come in contact with aliens, you got to figure, we're sitting here, we can hear a signal from a radio all the way out in space. You think about it, we're on our phones, we're putting out podcasts, we're on YouTube, we're listening to radio shows, listening to music 24/7. It's blasting out into space. And I was watching a guy talk about it. He's like, you don't have to worry about connection with extraterrestrials at all. Because all they have to be is a little bit more advanced than us.
Yeah,
just
true.
a tiny bit.
Honestly.
You listen to radio, like the radio frequencies and the stuff they use, the dishes, like the huge satellite dishes. He's like, they get bigger every year. They get more sensitive. And they gain more light years. You could probably hear, I don't know for sure how many, but they want to get out there. It's like you can hear little things. You could hear from another solar system. Now, don't quote me because I'm not Neil deGrasse Tyson, but I mean, he's saying like, you guys are so worried about, reaching out to them. He's like, you already have. If all they have to be is that little bit more
True.
advanced than us, because they can hear everything we're doing, and we've already sent it all out into space, saying, "Hey, come on and check it out." Like I think it was 76. 76, they sent out like a little thing trying to describe what life was like on Earth just by math equations and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's pretty interesting once you get into it. I mean, we're gonna get into it a lot this month, but yeah, what do you guys think?
Go to Oliver.
Well, I think based on that is, sure, there's got to be something out there. But also with the whole, we've already made contact, not only do you have to take in where exactly did that contact reach, how many light years away are they, when are they going to get the message from the 70s? Also, you got to equate all of the stuff that is being sent out there from different radio stations, different that. We have so many different languages on this planet, all being sent out at the same time. If you're a foreign species and you're getting English, French, Arabic, German, Afrikaans, Mandarin, all at the same time, and you're trying to decipher this language, what goes where, you got to figure that out first of all. Then you got to figure out what everything's saying, because there's a lot of language crossover, especially with like English and French, or English and German, I mean. And then you've got like the syllabic crossover between Mandarin and Cantonese. So you've also got to equate how long is that going to take for them to reach out, and then also vice versa. If we are able to receive contact where they've got a vast amount of language too, we've got to decipher all of that. We've got to do all of that. So I think there is out there, but from the point of us making contact to them or them making contact to us, there's still so many hurdles that I don't think... The only film I can think about that has talked about it is Arrival, because the whole film's about language barrier between human and this species. Have you seen the movie?
No, I haven't seen it.
Highly recommend it. Amy Adams, Jeremy Renner are in this, and like it's just basically aliens arrive on Earth, humans freak out, we need to try and communicate, government doesn't want to. That type of plot, but
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. But it goes into language, and I think that's one of the main things we need to
for sure
focus on.
Honestly, I think that's why they chose math and
Yeah.
stuff, because I think they thought that would be...
Math is universal.
Yeah, that's what they were thinking. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, no, They're real, 100%. Absolutely, they're like I said. It's just too much. We're not. We're just one small little sliver of life in this whole universe. Absolutely, they're real. And I actually was abducted once. It's a story I don't like to talk about much.
Oh no!
But today I'm feeling generous. I'm going to share with you guys. So So one day I was walking home from back in Sherwood Park, Alberta. I was walking home one day from I was coming home from 7-Eleven, and there was I was basically crossing. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, right? Went for a stroll. It's safe, and this
Fucking terrified right now.
there was this van that
Knew it!
I knew it was coming.
I knew it!
and it stopped, and I just crossed the street because it's red light, and and then later on, so you guys think I was getting abducted like by bad people? No, by an alien. Because then I was walking, and then I got sucked up by a tube. Yeah, have you guys seen Futurama, right?
Yeah.
Like the tubes they go into like travel.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things. Just me up.
Okay.
And what the heck? And then the aliens.
Wait. What did it do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not like.
Wait, one
Not
more.
like. Yep. Like not like to the. But like. And yeah. So then so I. It's like, oh my god, what the fuck's happening, right? I had my ketchup chips and my Monster Energy drink because I am a fucking heathen, and yeah. So then I was up there, and the aliens looked at me. I looked at them, and they were just so disgusted on what they picked up. They just dropped me back. That wasn't at all like. So you know how I wasn't even wanted by aliens, and yeah, that's my story.
Thank you for sharing.
And also, I was doing some thinking. Remember, you said like all aliens that had been in any kind of movie, TV show, whatever, has been looked at as reptilian. Mm-hmm. The Looney Tunes, Marvin the Martian. He's not reptilian.
Well, you can't see his face.
Yeah, you can. And also the I forget his name, like the hair monster with the big old clown shoes.
Oh yeah, that one.
And so
That's a reptile with hair.
I win. But yeah, I know aliens are real, man. Aliens are real, man.
I mean, the big thing for me is how self-centered is it to say that we're the only thing? How self-centered is it? Also, how self-centered is it to think, hey, you know what? Out of everywhere on the planet, you're the fucking one that we're gonna go to. Like, how important do you really think that we are to other life?
Shots of the
Pretty
U.S.
Like, that's what we like to think.
No,
But what the fuck's an alien gonna do? Like,
Easy.
every day, do we sit down and go, fuck, dude, we should really try to contact that one
I
fucking
do.
planet.
Well, it's like
Pluto.
The dog?
No, not the dog. I know Pluto and him are boys. No, the moon now, planet, whatever it is now. thing.
dwarf planet.
What? The dwarf planet, yeah. Little dwarfy. A little fucking midget.
I said the moon planet. Is that what you said?
Probably.
I was like, the moon?
Well, no, because it's a moon, not a planet.
Oh.
It's like a hunk of cheese. Have you guys seen Wallace and Gromit?
Yeah.
No.
Get the fuck out.
Well, it's on Netflix, so.
Mercedes has the DVDs too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you guys can bond some. You and your girlfriend. Enjoy great things for once.
Oh.
Kidding. It's a joke. We cut that out. It's a joke. Guys, I'm here to break barriers and really just do the hard-hitting questions.
So back to the alien talk.
I was kidding. I hope you know.
Oh, yeah.
See how he's pissed.
So anyway, what I think we should mention whenever we reference UFOs or type stuff like that, UFO does not equate to extraterrestrial. UFO just simply means unidentified flying object. If someone throws a frisbee in the air, you look at it, you don't know it's a frisbee, that is a UFO. And I think that is going to have to be a big distinction whenever we get into topics like this.
You just fucking cut cheese?
No, it was not me.
That's a fucking unidentified flying object.
That was not me.
Oh, okay. Who the fuck was it?
One more thing. I don't know if we will ever get into the topic of this, but is there any films about the Nazi UFO project, Foo Fighters?
I don't know. I know there's.
Because I would love to talk about it.
I went straight to like.
Can we just listen to an album and then talk about it?
I don't know. I think Dave Grohl said some real shit here. You know?
That's where I was going with. I didn't know that was saying. Like when you said Foo Fighters, and
Every time I hear Foo Fighters, all I can think of is fucking Christopher Walken. It's like, ladies and gentlemen, now presenting Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters.
Where does the emphasis go on Foo Fighters? Oh, it goes on Fighters. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, Foo Fighters. I fucking love that video. Oh, fuck, it's hilarious.
I haven't seen it.
What? We're watching it after this ends.
Should we end it? Should we end it there?
Alright.
Alright, thank you all for tuning into this episode of Cats with Tin Hats. This has been Oliver.
What?
And Tucker.
And see you in the next one.
Thanks for watching our video. Click here to see more, and don't forget to click that subscribe button right there. And if we forgot anything, let us know in the comments. We're down below, and check our social media. Have a good one.